it's Jo from Emily Cat 176, and today is Wednesday, which means that it's Books on Wednesday. Now, normally I would just talk about one book, but it's actually two today, because last week I was actually given these books by someone and suggested that I read them. I was actually given three, but the third book I will talk about in a couple of weeks because that's a bit different, that one. So, these Australian author writing about stories set in Melbourne. One of them is a Ned Kelly Award winner for Best Crime Fiction in 2010. And for people who don't know, the Ned Kelly Awards are the premier crime writing awards in Australia. And I don't know if everyone knows about who Ned Kelly was. If you don't, I'd suggest you look it up, because he was a criminal and he was actually hanged. He was hanged at the old Melbourne jail here. So, this is the thing. So, can you see that? Wyatt by Garry Disher. And then we've got The Heat by Garry Disher. Now, I've started both of these books, and I mean, they get good reviews, you know. New York Times, smooth assured mastery. With The Heat, Wyatt is wicked and wonderful, Sydney Morning Herald. Now The Heat came out in 2015. So this one's 2010, this one's 2015. I've said before that I personally think life's too short to read books you're not interested in. There's so many other things to read that you don't have to keep persevering with books you don't like. And I don't like either of these books. I've got a feeling I'm not the demographic for them either. But the premise is Wyatt is a criminal. He's a criminal and he's doing crimes, and that doesn't bother me at all. It says the job's a classic jewel heist. I don't know. I think I've got about 5 chapters in on both of them, and I do think you should give them a go, with a book. Yeah, give it enough chapters. There's just, I don't know. So that's Wyatt. That's about the jewelry heist. This one, he goes up to Queensland. He's going to do a crime up in Queensland of some sort. Painting, steal a painting. I didn't like the character. I don't like the style of writing. No, they're not for me. If you're interested, get one and see what you think. He's a very well-known Australian author in the crime area field, but both of them, I don't know, there was something about them that I just didn't like, and I don't want to read any more of them either. So, yeah, that's a bit of a shame, because the person who gave them to me, she loved them. She said, "Oh, you'll enjoy them." Well, no, I didn't. I didn't at all. So what I will be doing with both these, they will be passed on, and whoever gets them next, I hope they do enjoy them. Because this is the other thing too. I think with authors, you can have an author where you really love their writing. I really love J.K. Rowling's writing. I really think she's a good writer. And I'm not saying he's not a good writer, not by any means. I just don't like his style of writing. And you can get authors like that. I mean, I've tried to read Charles Dickens. No, I can't do it. I don't know whether with him, because when it was originally written, it was in serial form. It was in newspapers. I don't like his style of writing. And I mean, I know his books are classics, absolute classics, but no. I've tried a few of his books and I just don't like the writing. So it's a personal choice, isn't it? And it's not to say, as I said, with Garry Disher, that he's a bad writer. With this one, because it starts off in Frankston and Mount Eliza, and this one was written in 2010, and I've been to Frankston a bit lately with things I'm seeing. This isn't the Frankston I know now, so I mean, and that because that makes it 14 years old. Perhaps it was back in 2010, but it's certainly not like that now. But they are very local to Melbourne, because he writes about things that I recognise. I recognise the streets, and yeah, but no, unfortunately, no more Garry Disher books for me. So, as I said, if any of you have read any of them, let me know. Let me know what you thought of them. Because I said this is just my opinion. And I said I'm definitely not saying he's a good writer. But no, those two will get passed on next Monday. And I still have that a woman I know to read. And I found another book that was floating around that I might try as well. Stop reading the Robert Galbraith books. Which I just love those ones, as you know. But yeah, so that's Books on Wednesday. Not a very good one today, I'm sorry to say. But sometimes you've just got to, what's like, you don't like every film you see. You don't like, So, as I said, I tried both of them, read about 5 or 6 chapters of both of them, and that's enough. And I do think this, so many books to read, Why spend time on ones that you don't like? You're not really getting into the story. And this was the other thing with them too. I just couldn't get interested in the story. And that's what makes me think that maybe I'm not the demographic for these novels. Because this is the other thing too. Authors write to their audience, and maybe these just aren't for me. So, anyway, as I said, that's Books on Wednesday. I'll be back on Friday with Arts on Friday. We have the internet working again. Yay! Oh, that's been a bit of an issue. But so that will be Friday. And next week, on next Wednesday, it will definitely just be one book again. Because, yeah, it's unusual that I would read 2, even though last week I read all those Robert Galbraith books. But normally I read about 1 book a week. And it was just that with this one, I started the first one, I didn't like it, and I thought, well, I'll try the second one. Same issue. So, anyway, enjoy your week, and I will be back on Friday. Okay, bye.